'Cause I'm really in love with you. When I'm looking at pictures of you, I remember moments and my heart feels like you. You've been a big surprise. My soul now feels alive. And now I know the thrill to fall in love. 'Cause this is real love. I know it's real love. Now I know that we can fight to any distance, anytime. Real love, I'm feeling real love. In your arms I know I feel like home and I'll never be alone. There's a beautiful day outside, yeah, you know how to make it shine. You know that I'll be there for you. Because you're everything to me. I'm finally feeling free. All of what I dreamed and now I find it next to me. I come to understand this is what I want to share. And that's what happens when we fall in love. 'Cause this is real love. I know it's real love. Now I know that we can fight to any distance, anytime. Real love, I'm feeling real love. In your arms I know I feel like home and I'll never be alone. If you're ever feeling blue and you think there's nothing you can do, call me, I'll be there for you. There's a beautiful day outside, yeah, you know how to make it shine. You know that I'll be there for you. 'Cause I'm really in love with you. When I'm looking at pictures of you, I remember moments and my heart feels like new. You've been a big surprise. My soul now feels alive. And now I know the thrill to fall. Now I know the thrill to fall. And now I know the thrill to fall in love.
So, guys, here is a tricky part about this. I didn't use the measurements because I want my recipe to be accommodating to everyone, even if you don't have the scales or the tools to measure. Okay. Islamic, guys, I don't know why my voice is like this. Maybe it's because it's 6 a.m. when I was recording. Anyway, omunye umuntu or someone else would just think, "Guti, how will I know if my flour is too wet or not? If the flour is too wet, it will be too sticky. All you need to do, Miguel, just add more flour if it's too sticky. Tricky part about flour, you can just fill it in your hands and it takes practice. If you don't try this recipe, you cannot practice. Miguel, practice, practice, practice. Lally, like I had fun with this. I had fun. It was sticking all over, sticky, sticky, sticky. This recipe is actually good if you're relaxing, not if you are in a hurry. Because right here, you are being a professor of flour. I'm not saying single professor yet. I'm not professor yet, but I enjoyed the learning sticky and sticky and stickiness. I just kept adding flour because I guess I added too much milk. By the way, my milk was warm. Yes, was warm like my heart, like Salof. By the way, Mangroba is next to me and sleeping because it's 6 a.m. So he might make some noises and noises. Okay, let me stop joking. Anyway, I did this, guys. I did this and it just kept sticking on my table, sticking and sticking, but I didn't care. Please play with the flour about 5 minutes. I didn't want to edit this part or cut it off. I wanted you to see me struggling. I was trying to say struggling. Okay, you get used to my pronunciation or my pronunciations. Remember, English is not my language. Me speak the things that I can speak. Magic. Did you see that? It's clean in a second. Anyway, just put some oil. Like, the dough was still sticky. But the nice thing about the dough, it was not anymore sticky everywhere, especially in my hands. It wasn't sticky in my hands, but it was still sticky on the surface of the table. But you can see on my hands, nothing. So if also it's not sticky on your hands anymore, you will know it's ready. But you can feel it. You will feel it. Trust me. Try this recipe. You will feel it. It's soft. It's smoochy. It's nice. It's perfect. It's mjonjo. It's mjonjolicious. Now all you need to do is just cover it with whatever you want to cover it with. But me, Mogul, I had some wrap. Yes. Wrapper or rapper. It's something that is WRA. Let me stop spelling because maybe I won't even spell it correctly. But anyway, it was something that was wrap or wrapping, or let me just say it was a plastic. I used the plastic to cover to cover my flour. So chill, girl. And then I placed some tablecloth on it. You guys, I was so busy on this day, so you can just leave this for an hour and then you can start working it out. But Mina, I was so busy in this day that maybe it was like 2 hours when I went to check it. And the reason I'm using the pot, is it called pot, the red pot, or this the pot, is because I live in Finland and it's flipping cold. It's so cold here, even in the house. So when you're making flour, it doesn't like rise perfectly or faster. So that the material that the pot is used, that the pot is made of, is good because I just put hot water before I can put my flour in it, so it stays warm and it's actually perfect for putting flour and when you want your flour to rise or a dough. So after 2 hours, it took 2 hours for me because I was very busy. Maybe it was a little bit over 2 hours, but I was so busy. That's why it was like this. But honey, there was no problem at all with it. Okay, you might hear some sounds because Rupert was around, or Mangoba was also talking. Trust me, my son wanted to be the part of this, but I was like, nope, not today. I was like, not today, baby, not vandaag. Anyway, let's move on. So, when the dough comes out, you don't need to press it very much or much, which I did realize at the end because I couldn't fold it nicely. That's why there was some cracks when it was ready. So it is just up to you. You can just, I don't know, I just love the texture of the flour. So I just play around with it. Guys, one of my friends actually told me that since I've been living in Finland, I can't pronounce words anymore nicely in English. So I'm trying my best to try and... Why I didn't close the door? Okay, next time I am gonna close that door. Yeah, the door behind me. So she told me I don't pronounce well, but actually he told me I don't pronounce well, but I'm trying to pronounce. Anyway, this is garlic. Man, my hand was smelling. Yeah, but we are surrounded by COVID-19. So garlic is one of those ingredients. Abati, can I just use Zulu sometimes? Try and understand if you don't understand. But see, ugarlic siyamdinga ngoba phela kune-COVID. COVID ibuye yabona into leyo. So garlic is one of into esizayo. So let me go back to English. I studied for this English. I paid money for I paid money for this English. Let me go back to my English, guys. Yeah. And then in that plastic bowl I have is it bowl or in a plastic container I have melted butter. You just maybe you can add like 3 spoons of butter if you want to measure it, but I am going to put down below the measurements just in case, my girl. But maybe later I will measure 4 glasses of flour, how many it was, just in case you have measurements in your house. Yeah. And trust me, this part, it's like when you're doing this, it's not going to show in your bread that you did this because you didn't mix it with flour. Okay. So if you want that, when you cut your bread, you can see the herbs, which I added dilli. If you want to see the herbs in your bread, you just add it while you are adding the flour, the yeast, and like stuff like that. I added mine like this because I wanted everything, my girl. Not really. I wanted it to smell, to smell that inside, but not to have all the herbs, which it did work perfectly. It worked. It was smelling like some kind of garlic, a little bit spicy, and that is chili, by the way. It's chili flakes. It's I don't know. It had this amazing. It wasn't spicy. I promise you, it wasn't spicy at all. But it had this, this chili smelling kind of. I'm tasting it. But anyway, if you want a flavored bread, just put as lot of the chili as you can, baby, as you can. You can. But do you see this small crack on the side of this dough? Yeah, I think it's that one that made the bread crack. Yes, honey. Because I just love touching flour. I have that obsession. I just wanna roll it and roll it. Ooh. Bafethu ngiyalanda yezwa athi ngithule. Athi ngithule. Hey, Mac, I'm only going to talk once. I know I talk too much. Just spray your tin, okay? And just spray it and spray. If you don't have the spray, use butter or some oil. Base it with oil before you put the thinging. But before you put the thinging, the pop-up, before you add the pop-up inside, just, you know, guys, I'm trying to understand, that how can I fold this perfectly on the side. But you know what I did? Just gave it a massage after massage because I was thinking that the flour was too tired. So for the flour to relax, it needed some massage. And trust me, honey, I gave it a little bit, like more than a bit of a massage. I even took the brush. I was so extra. I took the brush and I was like, relax, bread. I'm going to give you a massage. You're still going to go to the oven and get bent. Usazosha nabala. Ngizokunika mina massage. Hey, I'm massage flour. Go massage flour. Go massage akeli ngebrush ke manje. Anyway, asingithula. Oh, guys, I'm feeling ngazamula. It's 6 a.m. but actually not manje sekuwu 25 past 6. Yeah. And I know sound is, when you wake up in the morning, you have those, I don't know if it's annoying sounds or it's just some, did I say sound is? It sounds. Okay, you make those sounds. Loud. Have mercy. Yeah, but yeah, I did tell you, I warned you about the massage that I gave the flour a massage. Well, you don't need to do this, guys. You don't need to. You just don't need to give the flour the massage. I actually felt sorry for the flour. That's why I was because I was thinking the flour needs a little bit of massage. So you take this and you put it in your oven, put it on 180. And honey, you don't need to preheat it because you want that the bread, while you take it inside, it rises. So you can just put it while it's cold. And then you wait about 20 minutes. I did think that I just took mine after 30 minutes to 35 minutes, which made the bread a little bit like stiffish. It was a little bit hard because I left it in the oven a little bit long. Maybe that's why it's cracked. I don't know. But trust me, this was amazing. This was so good. and maybe it might because it was too long in the oven, I don't know, or it was the flour. But guess what, I'm gonna do a bread again in another way. I don't want to do the simple bread, and Mogel will see the results. As you see, Margin, it's the best bread. It tastes amazing. It doesn't smell like garlic because the garlic wasn't too much and it was crushed. So it's like perfect. It was amazing. I enjoy it and I still have it and I'm still gonna eat it. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram, Cooking with Nonzi. Join us on Facebook. We have live videos, Cooking with Nonzi as well.